Hello, my name is Tony. How are you all doing? Today I'll walk you through my Summative design portfolio. So I'm in Studio 3. The title is Towards the Kali Commons. And my project title is called the Module Distribution Hub. So this year, our brief is about utilizing the commons resources in the Kali through architecture interventions. And we're trying to understand how various resources can be used for common good rather than simply private gain. My final year project is a self-build strategy which allows the Kali residents to create different forms of community-based temporary, semi-temporary, and also permanent space-claiming buildings and structures. So these buildings and structures are built by the residents and for the residents. Ultimately, it will form a network of buildings alongside with constant participation and contribution from the residents, local businesses, and stakeholders will hopefully bridge the gap between the deprived and the professional elites, forming a strong, unified, yet diverse community. Here are some of the photos I've taken early on during the semester. They represent 4 key elements of the Kali that greatly inspire my final strategy proposal. So I'll be talking about them later in the video. As a group, we did some site research and mapping exercise. I was particularly interested in these pocket spaces. So to me, these pocket spaces are mini urban open spaces located around the Kali that have the potential to provide supplementary benefits for the community. Yet existing pocket spaces around the Kali are often underutilized and overly commercialized. So I'm thinking about reclaiming these pocket spaces and give it back to the community. I looked at relevant historic precedents. SESM students have previously completed the East-West Link project. They've done an incredibly amount of consultation work with the public. MOF Architecture and Arts, they created a permanent playground using pocket space. Resetas Urbanus, they've invited parents over to construct a children's lunchroom using recycled materials. So then I looked at the current state of health and well-being in the Kali and realized that it's best to improve the natural environment and provide lots of spaces for the community. And speaking about activities, one of the best examples is the Kali Festival. It's a project that really brings people together, and one of the end products of this project is called the Cultivating Kali. It's a pocket garden project currently in production phase, and the project started by winning a bid on Greener City Fund. So hypothetically, my project will be also partnering with the Kali Festival, and as individual from Central St. Martin's, I'll be applying for funding through the Designing London's Recovery Open Call. So this is a mock-up practice I did for the funding application. The first step of claiming a street is by using this bollard careware that I designed. This bollard kit is designed as a seed package, being as the initial step of the activator project. The bollards contain critical resources and functions that allow people of the Kali to create them, unpack them, use them, and gradually be able to reclaim wasted streets and bring the sense of community, greenery, and sustainability to the forefront of this conversation of how the Kali Commons should be utilized. I then designed these convivial room called the Bollard Factory, which is used to manufacture these bollards so that we can distribute the bollards to the residents around the Kali for them to initialize the street claiming strategy. The bollard careware only secures the space. The full-scale project is a self-built strategy which allows local residents from different backgrounds and with different needs to reclaim the street for public community use through a system of customizable and flexible modular components which can be assembled in multiple scales to infill, interrupt, or extend disuse area of the public realm. Through this strategy, local residents are able to customize their specific structure and are assisted in the design process by an open access and open source design office in Freeling Street. This is achieved by taking down the factory and replace it with the module distribution hub. The core activities of the distribution hub are listed on the strategic diagram, and these are to allow residents to freely explore, test, build, expand, and recycle. After the construction of the module distribution hub is complete, it will have the ability to provide people with the knowledge and the proper scaffolding modular parts for them to begin the activation process around the Kali. In my portfolio, I'll showcase 3 examples of how the scaffolding modular parts can be utilized. In addition, the scaffolding modular parts will be stored at a disused Birmingham Estate underground parking lot. I've completed 2 materiality tests. The first is a primitive cladding solution using water bottles and wood scraps. The second is an in-depth treatment of using heat to combine wood and plastic to form a composite material. My tutors also invited me to test out scaffolding parts at the Urban Poplar London, and here are the preparation stages and the testing results. Here are some of the core precedents that inspired my strategy, production, and structural design. I've completed some scaffolding stress tests using 2 methods. The first one is using physical modeling. I was then advised that this method wasn't 100% accurate. So then I moved towards using this structural engineer software to test out the strength of the scaffolding parts. So after many failed attempts in experimentations and tests, I soon developed a workflow specifically tailored for scaffolding design for my project, and the process of this is listed here. Here's the 16 core modular components in this strategy. The modules are split into 4 categories, which include structure, circulation, furniture and mobile structure, and finally energy and insulation. The full catalog is available in the design journal. Now I'll explain the 3 modular examples showcased in my portfolio. The first one is the module distribution hub on Freeling Street. I begin the design with physical sketch modeling. So each iteration aims to deal with different issues. Through physical models, I tested out building footprints, lighting, right of light, materiality, scaffolding patterns and density, color and texture, and finally space arrangements. And here is the module distribution hub overview. The user example would be the Cali High Street restaurant owners. Imagine them have come together to meet at the module distribution hub, and they're seeking an opportunity to build a Cali food festival site on Kimber Street. They will be given training sessions in the education room and receive module catalog. For the rest of the week, they'll work on site with officers and designers and to test out the construction on the ground floor. This page also shows the construction stages of the hub and core module in use. The section perspective shows the general space arrangements. And here are the module distribution hub floor plans. All key spaces are fully explained under the annotation section in the portfolio. And here are some street level experiential views. The first one is from the Caledonian Road. The second one is from the Canosty Drive. That concludes the explanation of the building module distribution hub. Now I'll explain 2 more examples that's showcased in this strategy. The second example is the Kimber Street Festival Market. Here is the festival market overview. The user example would be the high street shop owners. They'll be collaborating with Cali Festival Organization and Islington Play Association. The intervention like these may be temporary, that lasts around a week or a month. If residents have good feedback, additional time would be allowed. The showcase example features people connecting with each other through food, music, and social services. This page also shows the construction stages of the festival market, core module in use, and the section perspective drawing shows general space layout. Again, here are some street level experiential views. This is the third example, and it's the West Library Extension in Thornhill Square. Here's the West Library Extension in Thornhill Square overview. The library extension is part of a collaboration project between the West Library and the Islington Council. The purpose of this project is to provide alternative reading spaces for the West Library to maintain and operate. The extension will be free of public digital device and located closer to nature, providing all local residents with a unique reading experience. And finally, here are some experiential views of the West Library Extension in Thornhill Square. This concludes my video presentation. Hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.